not my fault I have more than one child I need to feed. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Armory 33 podcast, as joined by IT Tanner and Mr. Shane. Shane, stop eating the microphone. I know I said you have to be quiet this episode. You don't have to be that close to it. I can't even hit the censored button because I don't want to wake the person that's sleeping upstairs. Will you two knock it off? First of all, it's been less than 24 hours since both of you have been back here.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
The bad thing is we were trying to try and record an episode yesterday, but we did not. We had a 2-year-old birthday party to attend here at the house/studio because I got yelled at for coming down here numerous times yesterday with people, just random people I would just bring down here.
Why?
I was not from the wife, from other people saying I wasn't socializing enough. Oh yeah, I am wearing it today.
You are wearing it today.
I like it. I like it. Oh God, I blended into the top of this to the backdrop. No,
That's gonna be your new archery undershirt, isn't it?
What?
It's your new archery undershirt, isn't it?
No, I'm having a couple more made.
I meant in general.
Oh yeah,
Not
yeah.
that specific one.
Oh
was
yeah,
doing
no,
it.
these are gonna be perfect shirts for anything.
Yeah.
But hopefully they will be available soon on the website. We are having a little issue with all of our printing and manufacturing and getting everything squared away. The people that are doing it, they had other projects come up that took precedent over ours. We get pushed to the back, which is fine. They still make us these wonderful Armory 33 t-shirts. Long sleeve, hoodie, moisture wickening. You don't have yours on today. You don't even have one yet.
I know.
No. So
It wasn't on the top of the pile
It
in
wasn't
the,
on top of
the
the
drawer.
I had another one on. I put my, I don't know if you guys noticed yesterday when you left, I was missing a chunk of grass out of the side of the house.
Yes.
I put it back today. Not very well, but it's put back.
Why were you missing it to begin with?
The person we had come over and plow our driveway one day went a little too wide and took the blade underneath everything.
Oh, fair enough.
Dude, it was like it was a gap like that. I was missing out of like grass and dirt. And he would dig it
Nice.
out from across the field, across the street. But
That's
so did you guys have a good couple hours away from me?
Yeah, I finished Stranger Things.
Season 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
8.
season 4.
Oh, are there only 4 seasons of that?
Yeah, they're in the process of making a 5th.
You know you need to watch next.
You gonna say Peaky Blinders? I don't know.
Invincible.
No, Peaky Blinders.
Yes, I do need to.
He needs to watch-
I watched like maybe the first 2 or 3 episodes.
He needs to watch Peaky Blinders.
I've seen bits and pieces of it here and there, but it's not really my thing.
What do you have against Irish people? It's March. You better watch what you say.
I never said it was because of the Irish people.
Okay.
Oh, you're making assumptions now.
Because if you have time to catch up, because they had to have a pause because of the writing strike, so the second part of season 2 doesn't even start till the 14th.
Nice. Okay.
Speaking of big things happening this month, March 20th.
March 20th.
Mm-hmm.
What's March 20th?
Your shirt.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait for that. on
X-Men
Disney Plus.
97.
X-Men 97 comes back out. I'm gonna relive the good old days when I was 6. You weren't even born yet.
Who was born, you jackass?
Hey. Whoa.
He was when he
Wait,
did
2?
I would have been right around 2.
Oh. He didn't know any better.
So.
Shane, what are we talking about today?
board games and video games.
Board and video games?
Yeah, which I've played a
Yeah.
ton of
Dude,
board games.
fucking
man.
send me messages last night of you playing at 3 o'clock in the morning. Or no, not 3 o'clock. You were listening to 3 a.m. by Matchbox 20.
I had a
doing?
weird 90s playlist going on last night, and that was like the song that hit, and I was like, all right, we're sticking with it.
Here we go.
But so what have you guys been playing recently? Because I've been traveling. So today, right, when I texted you saying I'll be downstairs, I actually turned my PS5 on for the first time since the beginning of the year.
What were you playing?
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
I needed something I didn't want to invest a lot of time in, because if I got into Hogwarts, it would have been,
Yeah.
we're not recording today, I'm playing, I'm a wizard.
I'm a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
So March 14th is my big day, on top of March 20th, because March 14th they're re-releasing Battlefront 2 and Battlefront 1, and they're re-releasing, and they're putting up brand new servers, so you can have the 64 people servers,
When you say Battlefront.
the original ones,
Like the Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
the
Battlefront?
pandemic ones, yeah.
Oh.
No, that's the company that made the original 2. Its
Okay.
company, its name was Pandemic.
Okay, because my mind went to
Okay.
20.
So DICE made the next 2. They made the ones for EA.
But the ones that were made for like when.
Pandemic was the company that made them
They were what-
for George
what?
Lucas, for LucasArts.
Oh, so
like,
that's still...
like when PlayStation 2 was a thing.
Yes. Well, speaking of,
That's how
before
Darth Vader sounds. No.
before I left today, because I have a problem, and my thing to do before I go to bed, or
You want to move your mic closer because Tanner's kind of facing you, and at the same time, I want to make sure we can.
yeah, before I go to bed a lot of nights, and I had free time waiting to pick up Freya from her friends today. I've been working through doing all the different Galactic Empire campaigns. Right now, I'm working on taking over the Galactic Empire as Federation,
So,
Nice.
it's.
which is weird. Battle droids move very awkwardly.
They're a little weird.
I tried to get into those games. I couldn't for
The
some reason.
original ones or the new ones?
The ones that came out, was it on the PS3?
It was PS2 and Xbox.
PlayStation 2 and Xbox, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, whatever ones are, I couldn't get into it because you're talking about the old school, the cover where it's just a stormtrooper and it's like a red background behind him, right? What one
That
is
might
that?
have been. I never played the first one. I played
The
Battlefront 2.
The first one is a Stormtrooper. The second one is
Unless it's Clone Troopers.
Clone Troopers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yep,
Clone
this one.
Troopers on
Sorry,
the cover.
it was Battlefront 2.
Yep.
That's what I.
The best. That is my favorite video game of all time.
Nate and I, we
Yeah.
used to play the absolute shit out of that game.
I mean,
So we put hours in on like weekends.
I had an extra. Because I had my own money because I had a jab. I had
Oh, you know what?
a jab.
A jack.
I had 2 PS2 Slims, and I had one that just had Battlefront in it. So all I had to do was unplug it and throw it in,
Boom,
and
you're
just good to go. So I literally always was ready to play Battlefront. We would have 6 people would come over after school, and
Man.
we would go like, you guys go, it's you versus you. We'd have
Yeah.
like tournaments, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, literally my all-time favorite game, Battlefront 2.
I
Anytime I can see that I can buy it, I buy it. So like when I got the Xbox and I saw it was there for, I think it was like $2, I was like, $2.
We never did people versus people, but we did the Conquest.
Yeah,
where
Galactic Conquest
You
is
Galactic
my
Conquest,
best.
just pick a nation and or pick one of the sides.
Sides, yeah.
Okay, I
you
didn't hear
kidding?
I didn't hear the word conquest. I heard the word cumquest. So I got really worried. That's why.
I think they've cleaned his ears out.
I'm
Yeah.
still slightly.
We used to always pick because I'm a huge fan of the clones, so we would always pick the Republic.
Yeah,
Of course, you are NPC Tanner.
it's true. But anyway, it's funny. So I'm working my way through with the battle droids, and the clones are so dumb. So when I did it as the rebellion against the Empire, I had some really hard battles. Sometimes I'd lose a planet. So far, I haven't lost a ship yet. I've literally just been walking through all of it. The clones are just dumb. And I was like, no wonder, if you remember Rebels.
This is.
Which speaking of Star Wars,
Yeah, it said copyright stricken.
I kept it under 30 seconds.
Not just a phone call either. No.
Yeah. No. Anyway.
it's probably just the NPCs in general.
Anyway.
Stop
like I
saying
said,
NPCs, because you're referring to yourself.
Like I said, when I was fighting the Empire, actually won because they would use their heroes bows special and all. Like they've tried to use the hero special for the clones. Like the one they got was like Ki-Adi. I walked right through him. Like it's weird. So there's an episode of Rebels about.
Which I finally finished, by the way.
There's an episode of Rebels that deals with the heaviness of war. It's like a PTSD episode, and there's one of the super droids that ran the battlefield said that they were 3 months away from winning. They would have destroyed the clones in 3 months. And as I'm going through and doing this, I'm like, oh my god,
That makes
The
sense.
timeline.
he is.
timeline.
As I'm easily going through this with the droids, I'm like, no, it's fucking true. Like they stood no chance. The clones do dumb stuff. So like they just fought me on, like they tried to take Gnosis 6 times in this campaign, and every time I walk through, I'm like, I take this base, and then I walk and take the whole rest of their backfield. I haven't had to kill them on that planet. I just take all the bases and make them time them out.
Stop. That's gonna be our first reel when we start clicking them out. That's gonna be that in my. We're gonna pan right to my reaction of disgust and
So,
stop,
like-
fucking cracky.
Oh, that's good.
That sounded like a good one.
Anyway, Battlefront 2 coming out, big time. This is Battlefront 2, Battlefront 1, and then putting the 64 band battles. You never got to play any of the good 64-man battles of Battlefront 1. Dude, that server didn't go down until 2012. I was still playing it on PS2 in 2012.
Wild.
They left that server up.
Oh my god.
That's
Are they re-releasing it like on
new
Xbox,
like
PS5,
next gen
Switch.
consoles.
PC?
I'm pretty sure.
I hope so.
I'll double check. But go ahead, Tanner. What else are you playing?
Tanner, what have you been playing? You've been playing Mech Warriors and Hellraiser 3.
Let me tell you all about managed democracy.
You can sit back, buddy.
What?
You can sit back a little bit.
No, I want to make sure they understand managed democracy for the Federation, for Super Earth. This is Helldivers 2.
It's literally
What did I say?
it's a
Hellraiser
You said
3?
Hellraisers 3. I was
first
like,
off,
what are you?
it's a rip off. A lot of the lore from that comes from 40K.
It's. I can see that.
It's
Lore,
you're like Imperial Guards,
lore-wise, it's
cannon
kind of.
fodder.
I'm not much of a 40. I'm not much of a 40K guy. I know a bit of the lore.
Oh,
But when I first saw this,
I can teach you all kinds of 40K lore.
I'm sure you can. But when I first saw this, you know what I instantly thought of?
What?
Starship Troopers.
Yeah, that's
No, it really is.
Yeah.
It really, because you're fighting the Terminids.
Which are the Tyranids?
Which
in
are the
40K.
Tyranids.
I, I'm
Wait,
not-
that comes from 40K?
Starship Troopers is originally a book way before 40K. It's a mandatory read for West Point, by the way.
What?
Starship Troopers.
Really? That's news to me.
Yeah. Unless they got rid of it, it was a mandatory read for a long
I
time.
know at one point the Marine, so sidetracking again, but at one point the Marine Corps used to watch.
how to get
there's
crayons.
They already knew how to do that.
doesn't really matter because I'm not a Marine.
Yeah.
No, but the Marine Corps and I think Army as well. Some infantry units played the firefight scene from Heat because of just their overall tactics and how the firefight ensued, and their communication was so spot on that the Marine Corps and the Army like to use that scene to train infantrymen on how to communicate properly in a firefight.
Nice.
Yeah, I never knew that until when I found that out. I was like, that's actually pretty wild that a movie could be used as a training.
Yeah.
Exercise?
And there's a word I'm looking for here, and my brain don't
Like
want to work.
SOP.
Not really an SOP, but more of like,
PC
like
via
just
Steam,
training
baby.
material in general.
Yeah. What'd you say?
PC via Steam.
PC via Steam. Nice. Excited for that. Then I gotta tell my friends,
We're right here.
my other friends.
I don't count
Be
as a
that
friend.
look.
That's what makes me feel so nice.
Anyway, so
What did you just say?
I don't count as a friend. That makes me feel so nice.
back to Helldivers.
Oh.
You're my friend, Shane.
Oh.
feel like I got talked down to now. Go on.
Is that a reason his chair
have
is
you
higher
seen
than
it?
yours?
Have you watched any of the gameplay for Helldivers?
No, I have a bunch of people that want me to start playing Helldivers, and I'm like, I don't need to be for the Emporium.
You don't need one more obsession.
I don't need to be for the Imperium. I already play, so in 40K, I play Sisters of Battle.
Okay.
Adeptus Sororitas. They are the holier than thou, worship the Emperor more than the Emperor worships the Emperor, essentially.
Yeah.
There was places where the warp disappeared, so people got lost to the Emperor, where they still were attached to the warp just because they're holy. They just bleed holiness.
Holiness.
They
Get it?
to the
Get it?
Emperor.
Oh, sorry. I thought we meant like they were getting shot and they had holes in them. Holiness.
They also do that a lot.
Okay.
Whenever this is done, I have a video that I gotta show you because the guy he's describing the short version is he's describing various factions from 40K, and his description of the Sisters of Battle is roided up mommy nuns.
It's hilarious.
Anyway,
Helldivers 2. Yes, it is a freaking obsession. The game is really good. Out of the gate, the game was really good.
I can't read it from here. I can just see what the picture is and no. Okay.
See, I'm telling you, I know as much as you're like, maybe not. Just trust me. Especially if you have guys that are already playing it. If you can get a full team of 4, the game is so fun.
It just became cross-platform, right?
It was initially when they released it, it's PlayStation and PC so far. And the people are really petitioning Arrowhead to try and get it ported over for Xbox as well. This is the first time in a while that I've seen everybody across all platforms, PC and just consoles
That
in
wanna
general,
play a game.
that want to play a game like this. They're all like, bring us in.
Yeah.
Because the game is that good. It's so fun.
For the Emperor.
For democracy.
I'm doing my part.
Exactly. That's,
I didn't do fucking shit.
No, that's a literal line from Starship Troopers.
Yeah, yeah.
But the game is just, it's
Yeah, I
just
know,
in general.
yeah.
You could pick your sides. Where
You
you
have like random food in your beer.
flavors.
I don't know. That was from like yesterday.
No, that was from like.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I mean, you can pick whether you want to fight. Do you want to go fight bugs or do you want to go fight Terminators?
How big are these bugs?
You've got ones that are about.
Are
the
they
s-
like eight-legged freak sizes? Because I'm not fucking.
Well,
with
you've
those
got
things.
ones that are probably about the size of a pit bull. Those
Okay.
are the smallest ones. To ones that are about the size of a house.
Starship Trooper bugs, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
When's the last time you watched Starship Troopers?
I've only seen it like once or twice.
There are
What?
one,
Do you think I have time?
2,
Yeah, everyone.
3, 4.
You have to do your
5,
part. Everyone
6,
has
7, 8, 8 or 9 type of bugs that you can face or come across.
Ew.
Neil Patrick Harris as a mind reader. It's hilarious.
You've got ones, I don't know what they're called,
I
but
watched How I Met Your Mother. Yes, I know he's a mind reader.
they're like these tiny little guys
Yeah.
that are just like you can shoot them once or twice, they die, all the way up to ones that are called Bile Titans.
No, I'm good. I'm out. No, I'm good.
Bile Titans aren't that bad.
No, you know how many controllers I break?
Chargers are the ones you want to watch out for. Chargers suck.
You're just afraid of bugs?
I don't.
In that case, you go fight the automatons.
No, because I watched Terminator 2.
Go to Malevelon Creek. Go to Space Vietnam.
No.
The trees are speaking binary. Anyway, I'm just.
Is that because of the joke I made yesterday?
No,
when,
no,
you told me
this
to
is-
read, when you told me to read the birthday card? Like 11001110.
No. It's not even because that's an actual joke somebody make. They're like,
Yeah.
when the game first came out and people were fighting automatons, the one that was like getting everybody was called, it's a planet called Malevelon Creek.
Okay.
And they were like, yeah, like, it's like Malevelon Creek PTSD. It's like Malevelon Creek is Space Vietnam.
No, I'm good.
Okay, so here's something you'll find funny. You watched Starship Troopers, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What is the name of the planet that they go to?
Oh, man. Fuck.
Starts with a K.
I don't think that's the name of it.
It's not going to come to me today.
Klendathu.
Okay.
Okay. There's a planet in Helldivers 2 called Klendath 2.
I love it.
And when I first came across that, I lost my shit. I was like, that's hilarious. That's fantastic. Yeah, if just watch some videos.
Go watch Starship Troopers. There's boobies.
He's right, there are boobies.
And a sex scene.
What movie nowadays doesn't have a sex scene?
This wasn't from nowadays. That's the better part. It's like actual boobies. It's
Is it?
not CG boobies.
Oh, it's actual titties. Fun fact.
You're supposed to say fun fact before you say the fact.
I know, we are already there, so I had to say it.
Yeah.
All right, so you have March 14th, that comes out.
Yeah.
Where Battlefront comes out.
Yep.
March 20th, X-Men 97 comes out on Disney Plus. At some point this year or next year, we get GTA 6.
That's next year.
Is it next
Yeah,
year?
it's
Yeah.
supposed to be next year. They pushed it back.
Did anybody, I know this is going to sound very nerdy, did anybody watch the Pokemon announcement, I think, on the
For
26th?
Legends ZA.
Yep.
Yeah, of
Where
course I
they're
did.
remaking...
Not remaking. It's a Legends game.
No, they're remaking...
It's a Legends game.
Yeah, but aren't they remaking another one?
No, it's a Legends game.
Okay.
It's like a Legends of Arceus kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to. The rumors are it's going to take place 100% in Lumos City. So it'll be from back in time up to the future, up to where you are in X and Y.
Nice.
Interesting.
I didn't realize how many Pokemon games they actually made.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, one of my favorite Pokemon games they don't even bring up. It makes me sad. To this
Pokemon.
Conquest. Yeah. See. Yeah.
I've
It
dabbled.
was an RPG. It was a tactical RPG Pokemon game. Oh, it was a good time.
I'll still stick with...
The last
Good.
modern Pokemon game I played was, I want to say it was Coliseum for the GameCube.
Was that the one where they had a bunch of mini games?
It was the one where the Pokemon that you come up against, I forget what the whole backstory is, but your guy has this special device that allows it to capture other people's Pokemon that are, quote, corrupted, and then you can work to free them from the corruption, and then boom, you unlock all their moves and
Because
whatnot.
Shane, maybe you remember what was a Pokemon game for the 64 where it was a bunch of mini games.
Hey, you Pikachu.
No, for the 64.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it was? Because I just remember one where it's Lickitung, and you have to eat as many sushi rolls as possible against other. It was like Hungry Hippos with Pokemon, though.
Interesting. That sounds like Mario Party, but for Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's basically what it was.
Like, oh, interesting. I'd never heard of
Like,
that.
I think there was like a mini game where you had to use Charizard or Charmander and catch something on fire, and whoever did it fast. There was a bunch of those random little mini games that you normally wouldn't see or use.
Yeah.
update were thrown in the game, and then you can't forget about Pokemon Snap.
Pokemon Stadium also had mini games.
Was it Stadium? It might have been Stadium.
Stadium 1 and 2 both had mini games.
Yeah, but you can't forget about Pokemon Snap either. Where you literally ride in a minecart around islands and everything.
I never played that.
It was great. There was an attachment you had to get for your 64 and everything.
I never had a Nintendo 64. Do you want to know what my very first console was?
PS2.
PS2. Yep, we got it for Christmas when I was 5. If I remember correctly, it was 2000.
Full-on tactical RPG.
Oh, wow.
I remember that.
Oh,
Yeah. If you
I
look
would-
it up, the prices for the game go expansive
Mhm.
because they didn't make a lot of them.
But I still remember. I didn't realize Pokemon came out in '96.
Yeah, in Japan,
Yeah, so we didn't see it here till what? 97, 98?
98.
90, yeah. So I would have been 7, which would put me in second grade? Second or third?
I was in.
Depending on when it came out. Because I remember we would get our Pokemon cards taken away from us in school.
I was 10 when Blue came out, and I got it.
I still have my Nintendo Color with Pokemon Blue in the back of it, and it still works.
I got for, I want to say it was like it was like for sometime during a marking period for good behavior. I got a Game Boy Pocket, so I got the blue Game Boy Pocket and Pokemon Blue, and
Mhm.
that
What was your starting Pokemon that you always picked?
never restarted that game. I had 600 hours in it, and it
Okay,
is clearly Squirtle.
Really?
Yeah. Blastoise!
No, I like Charmander. I was a Charmander fan.
A lot of people were Charizard.
You were probably a Bulbasaur fan, weren't you?
I didn't play my
You
very
played-
first Pokemon.
You were a gold and silver kid.
No.
Diamond and Pearl?
Ruby and Sapphire, the
Mm.
third gen from the Hoenn region.
Yep.
So that was
Tanner's from the Hoenn region.
Reason? Hoenn Reason? Yeah.
Green Sapphire. Man.
Ruby, yeah. My first Pokemon game was Sapphire, with
See,
Kyogre.
I
Dude, I
stopped,
still-
stopped buying them after Gold and Silver.
I still remember when Yellow came out.
Yeah.
I remember when Gold and Silver came out because I
Yeah.
bought them with my own money, and then I remember when Crystal came out.
I think I heard of it.
That was because they used to always put out 3. They'd put out 2, and then they put out like a DLC packet in the thing.
The first 3 that came out, were they red, green, and blue?
Red and green, they were technically in Japan. We got red and blue, and then we got yellow later on, which had Pikachu follow you.
Did we ever get green for Game Boy?
No.
Okay, so we got red and blue.
We did get it technically.
So nobody likes Bulbasaur.
So after you finish, after you talk about Ruby and Sapphire, then
Yeah.
you had Fire Red and Leaf Green.
You
Yeah.
had Ruby, Sapphire and Ruby, and then Emerald, where you could give both Kyogre and Groudon.
No, but then the next one came out
Yeah,
was
after that.
Fire Red and
Fire
Leaf
Red,
Green,
and yeah.
which was
and Leaf Green.
was a re-release of the first one.
Mhm.
I remember
For Game Boy.
when
Yep.
I would go see my brother.
So I
we would
clearly have a problem.
we would have the sync cable,
Oh yeah.
and we would just everything. We would just trade back and forth till we got what we wanted. I'll clean your room for a week if you give me this. I'll do
We had my one buddy had the 4-link cable, so we could have 4 linked up. That was next level.
That's where you get
Oh,
like,
I know exactly which one you're talking about. We had that same thing too. We never usually were able to get enough people to have them synced up, but eventually we had 2 Game Boy Advances and then Advance SPs, which could do that.
I loved my SP.
Oh yeah, I had a
I
red
lost
SP.
so many hours of sleep to my SP.
remember the light for you'd have to buy for your Game Boy so you could play it under the covers.
Well, you didn't need that for the SP.
Not with the SP. The SP
Oh.
had a
It
had
was
a
a
backlight.
backlit.
had a bit his backlit.
Yeah.
That
I'm
was the
talking about,
game
like-
changing.
I'm
for
talking
that.
about like the Game Boy Color.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
original Game Boy.
But the
Yeah,
thing
the,
is-
the little
Yeah.
the flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
If you'd use it so much, you have to get it in that right angle to where you wouldn't have to. You couldn't.
so it didn't have
move
the it didn't have the glare on it also.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing with the SP is, I just put Tetris in it. I did not realize that you can play Tetris from 10 o'clock till 4 a.m.
Oh
and
yeah.
not even realize that you did anything besides play Tetris.
Here's the thing.
I would go to school with 1 hour of sleep.
Oh, I know.
Here's the thing. You can tell when people pack like a car or a truck that they've never played Tetris a day in their life.
That's fair.
That's. I feel like that needs to be something that's institutionalized.
Yeah, somehow.
Like you need to play Tetris for at least a year.
Yeah, I'm like thinking back in my car right now. I have 3 folding chairs, fly rod, flies, and 15 board games in the back of
You're
my
pretty
car.
fly for a white guy.
Yeah. So I'm just like, that's
There it
and that's
was.
just the back
There's-
of my car.
There's one.
But yeah, I never like when they started making Pokemon games for the DS. I never really got.
I never
any of
had a
them.
DS. Maybe I might have. I'm not sure. I don't know.
I had at one point 5 DSIs.
I had one, and I broke it. Got another one.
Broke that one.
No,
Nick
I don't
took it.
remember what happened to that one.
Do
and
you
then
remember-
I
so
actually got one when I was still
which DS
in
did you which DS did you have? The DSi or the original DS?
the original.
So the big gray one with the curved top.
I think mine was blue. I know the silver with the silver
The
initially.
silver, yeah.
Okay, I had a blue one. That must have been my second one. So then I had a silver first, and then I think the screen like clicking that kept it from moving. I think that broke, and then what the hell do they call it? The flat cable that keeps the screens connected broke or was overworked so much that it busted. And then I got a new one. I think I got a blue one.
Yeah, that one. But it was still
Yes.
it was the roundy boy.
Mm-hmm.
The DS were the next level thing.
Let me see the DSIs.
Hang on. We have a nerd out moment at the moment.
Isn't that what this whole episode's about?
Yeah, pretty much.
You picked the right people.
No, I would have subbed out for one of you. I would have subbed somebody in for one of you two.
For one of us?
Yeah.
Why would you sub us out?
DI.
This is the DSi, it's square.
What they're
Oh,
not
that's the
showing you
DSi
right now
XL.
is
Okay.
they are showing
Dude, I
you.
remember when the XL came out.
Mm-hmm.
They are
I was
show-
sitting in GameStop, and the Nintendo rep came in, and she was like, "Hey, you guys want to see something that's going to be released soon?" And I was like,
Break, yeah.
"Yeah." I'm like, "It's my favorite company."
Duh.
So what do you got? What do you got? What do
Stupid.
you got, Nintendo rep?
Dumb
And she was like, she pulls it out. She's like, "This is the DSi. It's
It was
coming
a
out the
penis.
end of
No.
this year. We're going to be putting these out soon. They sent us early copies." And I was like, and I'm like, I had my regular DSi sitting there, so I'm like, she put it down. I had mine here, and I'm like.
You're looking at the two.
And I'm like,
Aaron.
look at the size difference. I'm like, oh my god.
We are still talking about game consoles, right? Not other size differences. You're
My
right.
now wife, because when that came out,
Watch what you say.
that was when we first got together. Because I gave her one of my DSIs and bought her a copy of Pokemon so that she could play Pokemon with me.
Nice.
Because Heart Gold Soul Silver came out around that time, and then you got the Pokewalker, and you could put your Pokemon on it and level it up while you're walking. That was the best pedometer thing, by the way. I use that every day.
You could use that for something else too, couldn't you? Was there another game you could use that on?
No. Maybe another Pokemon down the line. I just used it for Heart Gold Soul Silver. Dude, I had 700 hours in
So
Soul
basically,
Silver.
you had a Tamagotchi that was a Pokemon.
Face. You're like, how do you spend 700 hours in Pokemon? I was
shouldn't-
hatching my own eggs.
I
Listen,
can
I'm
show
not-
you stats right now from Pokemon Go that I still occasionally play every now and then.
I'm not doubting you because I've put 400 or 500 hours into certain games on computers, so I'm not doubting you. And I've put God knows how many hours on Emerald and how many hours on Metroid Prime.
So that's an
games.
XL.
Yeah, oh wow.
So when she set it down, and I was just like,
The size difference is phenomenal.
I literally went out to the car, and I'm like looking at all of the DSIs I have in the car. Each one had a different game in it because I have a problem.
You know you can take the game cartridges out.
My wife told me that. I didn't have kids yet.
There's my stat line
Kids.
from Pokemon Go.
Start date 2060 out.
Oh.
Look how much I've walked.
Speaking of stat lines.
All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about Helldivers 2?
There's really not much. The only thing I can say is to watch videos of it and just watch it in general because the game is so much fun. You have PS5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're ever feeling
Do
froggy,
you think I had time to play games? That's cute. That's adorable.
I'm just saying. If you ever feeling froggy, the game is fun.
Play Frogger. No.
I'm gonna be literal.
I've only. This is as of Christmas this year.
Mhm.
I had my Xbox Series X for 1 year. Last year, or up until last week, let's put it that way, I've played 926 hours of just Xbox Series X. 200 of which was just Madden.
That's what I hate now on the PS5, because if I go over there and I'll load a game up, is your current playtime is 32 hours. That's how long it took me to beat the new Spider-Man 2, was 32 hours. Because I sent him the picture because I beat it Thanksgiving Day of...
60 hours and we have Baldur's
I'm
Gate.
still not done.
Oh, we're not done too.
Shane, did I send you that picture?
Yep. 199, 58 minutes.
So 2 hours, 200 hours.
200. Like I'm like, oh, it's 2 minutes off. I was like,
I would have to load it into my Steam account, but I'm fairly certain I think I have a couple of games.
they
that
dropped
are-
Madden 24 on Game Pass.
Yeah.
For the Super Bowl. When did the Super Bowl happen?
February 11th.
Okay. I, as of right this minute sitting here, have 5 hours and 58 minutes into 24 already.
Nope.
And I'm doing a full thing. I usually do the Lions, but the Lions are good now. I had to pick a team that was
Washington.
went worse. Went worse than that. I went to Tennessee. They don't have a quarterback. All their stars are old.
That's true.
All their stars are like all their good players are all their 99s and above, or all their above 90 players are over 29 years old.
Which makes you really think that's old in the NFL.
It is old in the NFL.
I know. But like,
So I traded them all. I got 3 first rounders for Derrick Henry. I got 2 first rounders for Bird. Got first rounder for DeAndre Hopkins.
I'm not a sports person,
Damn.
so
You like
I'm
it.
letting you two have that conversation.
This will lead to a thing that we're talking about later on.
This is leading
But-
to the big
but, like,
the big thing. the
Because
big
that
news.
thing like that's gonna eat my minutes.
Oh my god!
But so I usually
I have a week off of work when that game releases.
I usually destroy a roster
Oh yeah.
and rebuild from scratch. So I had Tannenhill, Malik Willis, and the kid they got from Kentucky,
Will Levis.
Levitt, yeah. So he's my starter. Tannenhill's terrible. Malik Willis cannot throw.
No.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic. I just hit the bye week. We're now 4-2. The defense is it's a work in progress, but I'm averaging about 38 points a game on offense, so I just have to make sure I score. The defense is giving up like 20.
You know the old additive. Defense wins championships.
Your best good offense. I'm going with the Tom Brady motto here.
Get
If
out.
I outscore them, they just can't win.
It's true. In war, if you kill more bad guys than they kill of our guys, we win.
Except for Korea.
What?
Yeah, but we don't talk about that. Or Vietnam.
There's an asterisk by those two.
One of those wars is over, and the other one's still technically just
Limbo.
in a treaty.
We don't treaty with people. We don't negotiate with terrorism, and we don't sign treaties.
Sure.
All I'm saying
Remember,
is,
it's never a war crime the first time.
it's never war crime if you don't get caught.
Canada, you fuckers.
Yes, that's true.
That's gonna be. I can't wait to have that episode. It just says war crime.
Just war crimes. Oh,
No,
God.
no.
Oh man, there's a laundry list for that one.
Everything's gonna be redacted.
It's like when I found out initially they tried to ban shotguns in World War One because they thought it was they were
The
saying it was a
Germans
war crime.
cried about it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They were gassing people, but they thought that shotguns
They
were.
thought the shotguns were a war crime.
Yeah, so were gas chambers. Shotgun blast. Fucking gas
They,
chambers.
they didn't like that. It wasn't the shotgun itself.
Mass murdering.
The-
3 people.
It was the fact that you can slam fire the U.S. shotgun.
Oh, that's true. The trench guns.
That was what they didn't try to ban the shotgun in general. They wanted to ban the trench gun because all we had to do was be like, "We gave you caffeine. Here's a hole."
Hey,
So-
see that direction? Fuck that direction.
That's
You
what
see
we
that
did.
door? Boom. There's no door there. What?
See those guys? Yeah, there's no guys there.
Yeah.
There was a guy.
Sorry, see that pink mist? That once was 3 men.
Ew.
Yep.
Why is it gooey over here?
What are these? Are these bone fragments?
It's like when you're watching All Quiet on the
Why is
Western
that
Front.
irony right here?
I can taste it. Yep.
You ever watch All Quiet on the Western Front?
No.
Heard it. I've
Watch,
heard the name. but-
watch All Quiet on the Western Front.
Well, I was just gonna say something.
It deals with World War One, and it deals with what they were living with going through the trenches. And there'd be times where they thought they were going to survive. You're not surviving. There's a scene in they did so Netflix did a re-one. There's an original All Quiet on the Western Front, and they did a remake. But they paid for it, but it's not an American. They have American voice actors over top of it, and you can tell it's not super bad. I've seen worse.
Oh, so it's like a really bad anime then with the lip dubbing.
No, it's actually not the worst. It's not
Am
the
I wrong,
worst.
though?
It's not the worst lip
wait,
dubbing.
Wait, so is it like Most Extreme Elimination Challenge?
No, not that bad.
Did you ever see that?
It's
Is that
not.
G4?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, yeah, it was Spike or whatever.
it was originally on Spike TV.
Yeah.
Is it the Japanese like game show?
Yeah.
Where they're like they're.
Guy Robert.
Oh yeah. Like,
And what's the
Hello, Guy Robert.
what was the other guy's name?
There was 3 of them.
Yeah.
Guy Robert was just
Like the one where they're like
Guy
trying to
Rivera
climb
was a
the reporter
the
with
field
the
reporter.
yeah.
Where
We
he'd
always had them kind of ridiculous.
It was like
thing
a
on.
general suit on, usually with like a safari hats.
I think yeah. Like one of the mini games was them trying to climb up like a hill, and they would throw like these fake boulders down and smack them in the
Dude,
face.
yeah. You know
Oh
how
my
much those
God.
boulders actually weighed?
No,
They were 50-pound boulders.
it's like got smacked pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
going back to our video games, seeing that
Back
we're
to
just
the video games, yeah.
the DS,
That'd
all
be a
that.
great fucking video game, by the way.
Board games. I'm assuming that out of the three of us, I'm the one that plays the most board games.
Yes, I have a friend who, whenever we get together, he has like like. Have you ever seen a range bag?
Yeah,
Okay, so think of like a giant range bag full of board games.
and I have 15 in the back of my car as we speak.
So yeah, basically the same thing. So
Yeah.
whenever he goes anywhere, when we're getting together, he has a bag dedicated to board games.
Yeah. Now that they built the local, there's a local, not built, but there's a local shop that kind of took over down around me in Bloom.
BFE.
I
Bless you. Ooh,
I spend so much time
You good?
there. So on Friday night, I played Marvel Crisis Protocol.
Okay.
It is a skirmish-based Marvel game,
Yeah.
and I got to play as the X-Men fighting the Asgardians. The other guy was playing the Asgardians, like Thor, Loki, Valkyrie, Heimdall.
Odin.
Didn't have a Odin. His last one, because you can only have a certain amount of points per. Because each character costs a point, and you can only have so many points per team.
Wow.
So he had Wong as his last one, and I had.
How does that count as an Asgardian?
He didn't count as an Asgardian, so there were certain things he couldn't get from the Asgardians. But he heals. So if you want your Asgardians to stay on the field for a long time and take a lot of punches, you can have Wong take them. When I was playing X-Men, and I had Cyclops, Colossus, Wolverine, Magic, and Honey Badger. She's just like a Wolverine clone.
But she don't give a fuck.
Nope, she don't. And I did win. And on turn 4, there's either 6 turns or it was first to 16 points. We were like, he was scoring 2, I was scoring 2, he was scoring 2, I was scoring 2, and we were like fighting back and forth to turn 3. And then turn 4, I had a turn because in turn 3 I made sure I got rid of Wong, period, because he heals, and he was in my way. He was stopping me from doing things I wanted to take care of,
Right.
which was get rid of Loki. What it was now?
I had an itch. I'm sorry.
Anyway, I
At least some of us can still feel our face.
have a face somewhere in there.
Grizzly fucking Adams.
So I got rid of Wong. My tasks were like save civilians or find the scroll. Found the scroll. That's 2 points. Save it. Hold a civilian. Be within like an inch of the civilian. You hold it. Have more pieces, more of your guys there than his. Whatever. Yeah. He held that he held both civilians for a hot minute, where I was just scoring off the fact that I was holding the scroll. Boy, oh howdy, did I decide that he was not going to hold the one civilian, so I got rid of Wong. Then I screwed up Loki, so he made Loki disappear, and then I literally just said no, and basically they go to the days form, then they flip over, and then they go into they're more powerful. Some of them, like the Asgards, get more powerful. Like Thor takes 6 damage on his good side. When he's damaged, he actually can take 8 damage before you knock him out.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So he gets more powerful.
Oh, the-
Yeah. Now I'm mad. So I was like, luckily I ended the game on this turn because I knocked Thor out. I had Wolverine and Colossus standing there, so I had that covered. That was 4 points. Colossus had my scroll. That's how I had all 4 points there. I moved Magic so that she could attack, and I just screwed Heimdall's ass up.
Nope. Word, you should probably rephrase that.
Nope. It
Nope,
was
that.
nope. Oh yeah, man. Used
Nope. You should definitely
Completely
rephrase
messed them
that.
up.
oh, dude, yeah. Used Darkchild, and just it's one of her.
Mighty.
It's one of the nicknames for her. That's what one of her actions is. Oh, dude, I get to roll 7 dice, and on the 7 dice, I think I rolled 7 dice. There's ones that get crits. The crits you get to roll another dice for. So I rolled 3 crits on the 7 dice. Then rolled for those 3 crits. Rolled 3 more hits. So I had 9 hits. He he had 0 damage going into that. He only could block like 3 at most, and he rolled like a 1. He's like, I guess Heimdall's knocked out. And I was like, cool. Before I ended my turn, I used my limbo step, moved her right on top of the thing to capture her. So I only got 6 points in one turn. That was like max points you get in a turn that ended the game.
Somebody that you and I both know is going to watch this episode on Wednesday, and she's going to send me a message saying, what a fucking nerd.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I go, what one, me or the bearded guy? She goes, the big bearded guy. I'm like, does that make me the handsome one? She goes, I'm impartial between both of you. That's no fair.
And then last night we played Takenoko.
What is that?
One day when we have time, we'll play Takenoko. It's a quick game.
No, like that last quick game he brought over where we played it for an hour and a half.
I know.
We played a lot of matches, yeah.
I know, but that was really fun.
We played 2 matches of Takenoko, and it took an hour last night.
Oh.
So it's not like long. You start with the middle, and you drop plots around it, and you're building up bamboo or eating bamboo. You build bamboo with the farmer. You eat bamboo with the panda.
I was gonna say,
And you just have to finish. You have to finish however many players you have is how many tasks you need to finish. And once you hit the task, you get the king's card, which gives you like 2 extra points for finishing. And then every player after you gets one more turn, and then you just count up how many points you get.
I thought the game we brought over what was that?
Dungeon Mayhem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a fun introduction to D&D.
I have Doomlings in the back. If I didn't have to get out of here, I would be teaching you guys Doomlings. Doomlings is also super fun.
Do you have Munchkins?
I have all kinds of Munchkins.
I haven't played Munchkins in years, and I love that game.
So I have Turtles Munchkins, I have Star Munchkins, I have Superhero Munchkins, I have Pirate Munchkins, I have...
Just regular Munchkins in any of the...
I don't have the regular one. I have all of the...
you have
He has all the variants. He has it.
Yeah, because I had my other friend has the original. So he had the original, and he has Munchkin Quest, which is Munchkin playing regular Munchkin, but you dungeon dive at the same time.
Yeah, I think that's the one that my friend had, which
Dude,
was so...
it's good. They have good minis in that. I like that. That box is a good box. Quinn's, you really are.
Yeah, I'm along for the ride for this episode.
Yeah. So you went to Helix this morning, which is the local game store, and I picked up Liam's team for Blood Bowl. Wait till I teach you Blood Bowl.
I don't want to play.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
It's rugby/football where you get to beat people up and score points.
That's called hockey.
Or you could get Mech Warrior, or you can get BattleTech.
BattleTech. He also has BattleTech there.
If you start doing BattleTech stuff, Tim is gonna love you.
No, I'm good. I don't want that. I don't.
So this is Takenoko. So that's the center, and then you get
okay.
to build out however you need to.
All right.
So you have a task to make it have it. You have to fill out like how
You know,
many.
it's
plots.
not a really good podcast if you're just showing things on your phone that people can't.
I will send them over so you can. I'll send you a pile of them, and you can dump them into the Instagram feed.
Oh, great! One more job I get to go do by myself. It's fantastic. Start a podcast to say it'll be fun to say.
It's a quick game. You're trying to build the dominant species. That's the end all goal. The most points
Hitler tried
wins. That. No, you're building dominant species by you can have you're tasty, or you can breathe underwater or whatever. These are literally like traits of an animal.
That sounds like a video game I played at one point where you were like starting out as like a subspecies, and then you had to. You know what game I'm talking about?
Oh my god, yeah.
That was years and years ago. The whole premise of the game was that you were started out as like an amoeba or like some like small organism, and then you would kill and capture other organisms and then take their traits or DNA and slowly build your species up, basically.
That's Crisis Protocol.
Oh, interesting.
You can actually throw any of this stuff on there. You can pick up the stuff and throw it at the other character.
Nice.
Yeah. So with Wolverine and Colossus, you can do the fastball special. Because of the adamantium skull, he automatically counts as bigger than he is when he gets thrown into something. He does 4 points of automatic damage. They have to just try to dodge. You don't have to roll any dice. You automatically do 4 damage, and they just have to try to dodge it. Which is how I knocked out Thor, because I threw literally Logan at him, and
There's like Colossus like, here, come here.
No, Logan can also throw himself.
Oh,
there's another one that's a lunge or something from Logan, and you can
so he
throw.
just ran it.
Logan can throw himself 3 spaces or something. So I was like, I throw myself.
I cast throw myself. Speaking of throwing yourself, have you heard of? Okay, so how far in Baldur's Gate are you?
I'm in Lower City.
Lower City. Okay, so you're at Baldur's Gate. So you're in Act 3. Okay. So remember Act 2 in the Underdark, the Grimforge. So you went and took on the Golem or whatever it
The
is.
robot.
Yeah, the Guardian of the Forge. Have you ever heard of a strat called Owlbear from the Top Rope?
Sounds like a wrestling move.
Definitely is.
That sounds like Macho Man dropping the elbow.
Colin
Yeah.
from Shipping.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to him, and he told me about this strat, and I'd never heard of it until then. But basically, what the thing is that you get a full party, and you have 3 people go down into the forge to activate it and
Yeah.
everything. You keep a druid who can wild shape at the top.
I'm a wild shape. I'm a druid.
What you do is then you make sure that they have either the spell enlarge or the paper spell, or basically like a potion of enlarge or a spell of enlarge.
Yeah.
So then you wild shape into an owlbear with enlarge. Somebody casts Featherfall on you, and then once you get the Guardian of the Forge heated up to where you can take damage, you jump off onto them. He said that when he did that, he did 1,100 points of damage and instantly killed him. And it is a strat that works. As somebody who likes to carry around barrels of smoke powder, that is definitely a good strat.
Yeah, I use my owlbear a lot because I found out that you don't need keys for a lot of doors. If you have an owlbear,
You just break them down.
you can punch through 90% of the doors.
Mhm.
So I literally just go, okay, claws, no more door.
Bing, boom, bam, punch, crunch.
Remember that door?
Yeah.
What door?
I'll see it over there
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah, owlbear just.
My favorite is there was a fight we had the other week here where it was like the. So have you taken on the hell is it? The Trial of Murderers or something like that? I think the guy's name is Savarok.
Oh, I know who Savarok is. I haven't taken on that trial yet. No.
Okay, so right before you get into that room, there are like these death knights you have to take on. I had my buddy cast Wall of Fire, and then I was just smoke powder barrel. Smoke powder. We were just alternating smoke powder barrels because it would toss them away, and then they would have to they would get slowed down from getting thrown through something, and then I would just toss another smoke powder barrel and knock them back again, on top of fireworks as well.
I drop moonbeams on people.
That and my other buddy who plays with us, he loves using moonbeams as well.
Dude,
It's
you just
great.
drop moonbeam on something.
Mhm.
When I was fighting, what's his name at the end when he becomes the god, I just dropped a moonbeam on him at the end of
Becomes a
Act
god.
2.
Oh, one of
Ketheric
the
Thorm.
3, Ketheric Thorm, yes.
Yeah, I dropped a moonbeam on him
Mm-hmm.
and just was like, I'll go deal with the other things. The moonbeam will take care of him. And then once you get her out,
Yep.
she carries moonbeam with her.
Mm-hmm.
So wherever
Yeah,
she
that's
lands
true.
is moonbeam. I had a moonbeam sitting there, level 4.
Mhm.
So every time he was getting hit for 40 points of damage. And then she landed next to him and dropped another 40 points of damage before she even started smacking him with the sword. I was like, he is half dead in one turn.
The best I've seen so far is we were taking on Savarok, and my buddy casted haste on my player who's a fighter, and at a level 12. So I was already doing 3 physical attacks per turn for my action. So with haste, that's 6. On top of action surge, that's 9. So I think of the 9 hits I got, or the 9 hits that I had, or my 9 attacks, I think 7 of them hit. So I did over 100 points of damage because I also had Baldur's, like his great
Yeah.
sword. Oh, it was so great.
Yeah. I reclassed Shadowheart to a paladin from a cleric.
Okay.
So
yeah.
it's me as the druid, and then I run a party of chicks. All 3 of them can attack 3 times.
Let me guess. So it's Shadowheart, Karlak, and
Lizelle.
Lae'zel. Thank you.
Yeah. All 3 of them can attack 3 times. I literally I'm like, you go over here and wipe out this one, you go over here, wipe out this one. I will stand back here and just drop whatever I need to help you guys out.
Just sit back and watch, basically. Spell here, spell there.
Yeah.
Watch the show.
Yep.
It's great.
And then if I'm really feeling up to it, I can just cast an elemental. Like when we get to anything that's like a boss, I'll be like, all right, I'll cast an elemental. I'll put out Shadowheart's spirit weapon, and I'm like, now it's almost tied. We have almost the same amount of things on the battlefield.
I don't know what, but my buddy was able to wild shape into a displacer beast or something like that, and then create clones of them. So I'm like, oh, so we have 3 friendly displacer beasts on the battlefield.
I think it's level 11.
Yeah, we're all level 12 at that point. It was wild. That was during the Savarok battle. That was a wild fight.
You guys capped out, huh?
Oh yeah, we haven't. We're capped out. And we haven't finished it yet, but it's really nice.
I'm not capped out. It's nice because my battles are still like somewhat like you're challenging to get through.
Mm-hmm.
Not some of them aren't. Some of them are.
Oh, some of them are slogs.
Some of them are just like.
Yeah, some are just. I could have kicked you and you died.
Actually, I got with my druid is partners with Lizelle,
Oh, there
and
you go.
when you have to make partner when you go to partner with Lizelle,
Mm-hmm.
you have to beat her in a fight. I'm a halfling druid.
How was that? How?
I ran as far as I could, threw an ice knife at her to make her prone, and then dropped a moonbeam on top of her.
Good. That's a good one.
That's how I just killed her. I was like, doing no damage.
You've never played Baldur's Gate, have you?
No.
It's a lot of fun.
He's like, there's a lot of words getting said right now.
I'm just.
It's basically D&D in a video game. It really is as close as it is, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty damn close.
It's pretty damn close.
I don't doubt you. I've heard him talk about it nonstop. I've heard you talk about it at work.
It's such a great game.
Tanner, what'd you do last night? Mac Warriors? I played Baldur's Gate 3 for 6 hours. What? What?
To be honest, I mean, some of this, if you get sidetracked,
Oh. That's the way it is.
think
Well,
about the
I
rest of
mean,
your night.
with any game, right now I'm still going through Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, yeah, that's
So, like,
true.
I'm still going through, like, right now I'm on my second Keeper's task, which has been kicking my ass. And I can't figure out how to. I'll get, like, this far away in the health bar, that far away. One more hit and he's done. And he just fucking backhands me. I'm just like, there's 45 minutes of my life of just button mashing and dodging that my fingers are, like, hurting.
You're just like,
And then, like,
out the window.
and then I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to load up another game where I don't have to do anything, and I'll go play. I'll put my cowboy hat on and go play Red Dead Redemption
Yeah.
2. Guess what? Then, of course, I walk into a saloon and somebody's like, you're not welcome here. Well, that's racist. I don't know. And now my...
You're like, now I'm obligated to
yeah,
kill you.
and now my guy's like, fuck you. I'm going to finish this drink. I'm going to take this shot of whiskey. I'm going to go upstairs and take a bath, and when I'm done, I'm going to kick your ass. You gotta be clean in the Old West.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'll sit there with my cowboy hat on as I play Red Dead Redemption 2.
I can see that.
With a glass of whiskey in front of me too, or a beer. It's, hey, like Daniel Day-Lewis. It's called method gameplay.
Yeah, no, that's.
But no, I'm actually excited. I was just looking it up here for a little bit as you guys were nerding out. Should we just jump right into it? The thing that you and I are both most excited for this year when it comes to video games.
Oh, NCAA.
NCAA, the release of college football,
Yeah.
24, after 13 years of being on a hiatus and dormant.
Yeah.
I just did the calculations. It releases mid-July. July 12th, I think it is.
That's a problem.
What?
I got a lot of stuff going on mid-July, but this game's probably not. I'm not getting it till August. Clearly,
Oh, that sucks for you because that's when college football starts.
that's fine.
Did it say when? No. The whole holdup between all of this has been the NIL deals for name, image, and likeness. I was explaining to Tanner and the listeners who don't know what NIL is. So it's basically a way now back in 2021 where now college athletes can make more money, or actually make money off of their likeness, their
Okay.
name, and their image. Perfect thing, because like you always read stories of, oh, I'm on full scholarship, but I only eat ramen and hot dogs.
Yeah, yeah.
Like-
Some of these guys, they're college
Exactly,
kids.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of the kids are still making they're working 2 jobs,
Yeah.
going to school, and being a full-time
And- yeah.
student athlete.
Exactly.
With the NIL, they can sign massive deals now. You have Livy Dunn, gymnast out of LSU, who is the highest paid NIL.
3 or 8.5 million or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, in a year she's made just
Damn.
being a gymnast and having sponsorships. Then you have Deion Sanders out in Colorado with his kid and everything that they have going on.
Kids,
Yeah, that 2 of them. There's 2 boys are out there, right?
Yep.
Shiloh and
and then his daughter went out to Colorado to play basketball too.
yeah, but you have all these athletes who are like, people are making schools are basically making more money.
Caitlin
off.
Clark,
Oh, yeah, the greatest female basketball player of all time.
maybe possibly the greatest college basketball player of all time.
Yeah, next, right up. Yeah, that's another topic we'll get into another episode. But college basketball, women college basketball players are great when they're in college.
They're still usually really good in the WNBA. A lot of them just refuse to go to the WNBA because
Exactly.
they get paid nothing.
Oh yeah, they'll go overseas and then
They
go-
get paid packing peanuts for the WNBA.
Oh yeah, I think like they're maxed out. Like the max salary for a WNBA player is like $1.25 million.
I think the average roster is only getting paid like $3.5 million in the
Yeah.
WNBA.
Then you have guys like LeBron and Steph Curry who are making.
LeBron, they play closers, guys that pitch 1 inning of
Oh, yeah.
baseball, $9
Which-
million
which-
a
Our-
season.
Shane, your anniversary episode's coming up soon. Shane,
Yes.
your anniversary episode's coming
We
up
will
soon.
be talking
We
baseball.
will be going into baseball.
I know.
We will do our baseball breakdown this year. With the NIL, they initially came out to over 11,000 athletes. We'll give you $500 and a copy of the game.
Oh, no, the reason it wasn't the copy of the game. It was just 500.
Okay, so it was originally $500.
Yeah.
That's what, 5.5 million, roughly, calculated out. And they're like, no, we don't want that. So they go, okay, up it to 600 and a free copy of the game, valued at
They're $70, yeah.
$70, whatever it is. So it's okay. That calculated out, I just did the math. $7,260,000. So $7.2 million. EA Sports is going to pay 11,000 athletes plus a free copy of the game, just to have their name, image, and likeness associated with this. All 134 power schools are in the game.
But not all players are. You have to sign the.
Yeah, you have to sign
it.
You have to sign.
So you don't know exactly how many are going to be in there.
Exactly.
But that's
every single one. So that's including the $600 times 11,000
Plus
Yeah.
the value of the game.
plus the game is $7.2 million.
they're going to make their money hand over
Oh my
fist
God,
anyway,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. There's
Well-
people that still run Twitch streams of NCAA 14.
I watch it on Facebook.
this
I watch it all.
day.
I watch it all on Facebook sometimes. But did
It
you
is-
see the memes that came out about this? Whereas
I just hope they put back up the website so you can scout outside of the game. They build a website where you can do your scouting for in between the weeks of playing online. I could be at work and on break and be like, all right, I'm gonna go to this kid's house and talk to his parents about coming to play my school.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna sign this kid up to come out to watch the next game. You can do your full scouting.
the one thing
It's really weird.
I
man.
really hope it happens is where you can steal players from another team with other NIL deals.
with NIL deals. That'd be funny.
Be like, I'm going to offer you $3 million. I'm going to buy your mama a Rolls Royce if you come here and play. Decommit from Oklahoma and come play at Alabama. But I'm excited. This is something I've been waiting for, and I kind of
Can't wait to make James Madison University a 5-star school. I'm dead serious. My first school
I was going to go
play.
University of Penn.
I
Keep it-
usually start with the Raging Cajuns, Louisiana Lafayette.
Yeah.
I usually start with the Louisiana Lafayette, but I'm doing.
Here's the thing.
The
Here's
James
the thing.
Madison.
I would
baby.
pick. I think I'm gonna pick the team with the most like random fucking name, but
I made the Golden Gophers a 5-star once.
Minnesota. It's Minnesota's team.
Yeah.
It's Minnesota University.
I'm not
I
a
know.
sports
I'm just saying all the
Golden
names.
Gophers,
I'm saying the
that's
names for him so
hilarious.
he gets like
The Horned Frogs.
yeah.
But now they're
TCU.
good. They're good now though. They're a good school now.
Who?
TCU.
They are. They were good then.
Yeah. I hope it where they put it where you can link it to the next Madden game,
Like they used to.
so you can bring. So the way that, if correct me if I'm wrong, the way the 2014 NCAA game was is you start off in high school, you play your senior year, magically you're thrown
Senior 5 games.
yeah senior 5 games, you're thrown right into the playoffs, right? And they did it so I would say like I played for a Pennsylvania school. My state championship game was actually in Beaver Stadium.
Yep.
And then you could pick, oh, like these 18 schools want to offer you like a position, like a roster spot. And then so you would go, so I'd go to Penn State, right? Running back, boom, Heisman 4 years in a row. Stats. And then you can take that into the next Madden game where you can input it from, you can
Superstar.
bring it in as your custom superstar for Madden and follow your career that way instead of having to create a whole new player. So it was like a multiverse kind of thing where you take it from like high school and college, then you take it to a whole other game.
Yeah, you could play out a career, like a whole
Yeah,
20-year
literally,
career.
yeah,
Yeah.
literally a career. That's what I want. I don't know. If
I
it's
only
a-
ever used like the roster one. Never did brought over the superstar. I did the roster because you could bring your rosters over.
Yeah,
So like, I would always update a roster. Like,
but no,
finish
yeah,
a season.
Yeah, but I would bring it I would bring my person over because like I grinded for 4 years. Do you know what I mean? Like junior year, be like, oh, you can go number 1 in the pro draft. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna return for my senior year.
I don't. I don't play
Four
Superstar.
Heisman's, 4 Natty Championships.
I don't usually play Superstar. I like franchise. I'm old school.
But like, to me, it just brings like
I play Superstar. I do play Superstar or whatever they call it or Welcome to the Show. That's
Yeah.
the only one.
it's Road to the Show.
Road to the Show. Yeah.
Road to the Show. Don't even get me started because we talked about that last one of the.
I'll get it. I'll get it for free here in a couple of weeks.
Don't even get me. You know what happened that time? I was a third baseman, and they drafted me to. They traded me to the Rockies. Who's the Rockies' third baseman?
In that game.
in that
Yeah,
edition.
he's a Cardinal.
Yeah, can't get called up to the pros if there's an overall player in your position in front of you. That's what I'm excited for. Like I said, July 12th. We might have to block out some podcast times just to make sure I'm still alive and keep playing.
I know July 17th, I have the Foo Fighters show in Citi Field.
Nice.
And then I'll be back. And then that's Historicon weekend, the 19th through the 20th.
Is what?
Historicon, which is a historical wargaming convention.
Oh, I thought we were going to dress up as.
What all happens there?
What do you mean?
Well,
Don't go down
Like,
the
what
rabbit hole.
are you looking for? What are you looking for to play?
no, that's not what I mean. There's a friend of Tim's that
Just him.
does, I think he does some sort of convention similar to that where they bring restored original tanks and other vehicles.
No, not like tanks. Like,
No.
no, this is tabletop.
Oh, tabletop? Okay, never mind then.
You had me. I was like, well, you want to go up? There's tanks. Like,
But they do that for the World War II weekend in Berwick.
That might be what I'm thinking of.
World War
'Cause-
II weekend in Berwick, they always do a
Like reenactments and stuff?
reenactment
Dude,
battle.
let us know what it is. I can get our shirts made for us in the OD green. The three of us will just go.
The problem with the World War II weekend this year is the same weekend as Historicon.
See? That's what I'm talking about.
But Tanner and I will go to World War II weekend, play with tanks.
This would be if I'm gonna try to get to it because this would be the first year I missed in 3 years.
Oh, Historicon?
Or no,
World War II.
Berwick World War II
oh,
weekend.
okay, yeah.
Because it's put on over there because it's put over at the Berwick test track.
At the where?
The Berwick test
The
track.
what?
Berwick test track.
Say it correctly.
Berwick.
Berk.
Berwick.
Berk.
The test track is called that is because that's where they built the tanks.
Okay.
The Stuart tanks were built over there. The road that I have to drive to get over to Berwick 93 is called the Stuart Tank Highway. Because before they would ship them
Did they
overseas,
use it for like training, or
before they shipped
testing
it,
grounds?
they had to drive it. They had to be able to drive from Berwick all the way over the mountains. We'll turn around and come back.
Oh.
That's when they knew they could send it overseas.
They're like, made it back? Okay, good to go.
yep.
That's
Last
actually
week,
pretty cool.
They just take
No,
a-
it was
they just
actually
take a
really
metal
cool.
stamp and they're like, approved.
So last week there was a test driver. Last year there was a test driver there that was one of the drivers for the tanks.
Wow.
At
That's cool.
at Berwick
That's
weekend.
pretty sick.
That was really cool.
He must have been like 90-something years
Oh
old.
yeah, he was old as fuck, dude.
Yeah, but you could still probably pull more ass than the three
Oh.
of us combined.
It's so cool, dude. That thing is so.
That'd be the greatest pickup line. You want
So-
to drive a tank? What?
So it's super cool because obviously the U.S. has the most, right? They have the most set up, but they use real tents, like World War II tents,
Like that.
heavy canvas tents. They stay in uniform. They call to colors in the morning. So like when they first open up, like they do a full, like
Presenting of the colors.
yeah. Liam was there the one year. We went early in the morning so that we could see it,
Yeah.
and they all got called. And then over
What did they call it? They do, it's like, should be, what time do you guys get there?
technically the day starts at 9 a.m. for them.
9 a.m.? Okay, I was just saying, because at Bragg, the call was at 6:30.
Yeah, so they raise the flag at 9 a.m.
Okay, gotcha.
And then over in another patch over here is the Pacific Front.
Okay. Oh,
So these ones all have nets and stuff over top of their
Yep.
tents to show what it was like to be in the Pacific Front.
yeah.
There's a guy over here, and he's pretty much himself, but he's got more and more people into it. He runs a Russian reenactment
Yep.
where he yells at them in Russian. So he calls them into drill in Russian, teaches them. If you first sign up and all, he will teach you what the Russian calls are. Like, if I say this means you walk. If I say this means you stop. If I say this. So he then goes through it, and you can watch them. And Liam was fascinated with it. We sat there, and he ran them in the drill
Yep.
in Russian.
You want to go to World War II weekend?
And then...
Maybe.
We can make a guy's day out of it.
And then
Maybe.
the furthest one away is the German camp.
Yeah.
But the German camp is neat because
I don't think you should say that. Nope, you shouldn't say that. Nope.
I'm allowed to say it. Anyway, they talk One, they talk in German.
What are you looking up?
So the one, I'm sorry to get sidetracked.
No.
Sidetracked here. The one museum that I would love to go to one day is the
What did you? How did
He
you?
didn't say museum. It's okay. We'll teach him how to say the word.
How the fuck did you?
Tank Museum.
Museum.
It's museum.
You know what I'm talking about. All right. Anyway,
Encyclopedia. That's what it
so
made me
the one
think.
tank museum I want to go to is the Bovington Museum in Britain, in the UK.
Yeah, they have a
Yeah.
lot of tanks. Yeah, a
It's
lot
the
of
largest
tanks
tank museum in the world.
Wait,
Yeah.
so you're saying we're going to Armory 33 is going to go
Oh,
international?
Oh, Jesus.
The three of us in Europe?
technically, they have the only
Good
working, running, and I think it's the last
Yes.
in the world, German Tiger 1, Tiger 131.
Those things are fucking beast.
Yes. The remaining Tiger 1 in existence. And it's running and working. And
And
they
then-
drive it.
So
I think it's awesome.
in
Can we drive
Berwick,
it?
on top of having the World War II weekend, they have the Stuart Museum.
Yeah, I think that was, I just looked up.
Yeah, you can go there. It's open like Tuesdays and
That's gotta be pretty
Saturdays.
cool.
I haven't actually got into that because I got like soccer all the time,
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
But what you're saying is the three of us need to go for a road trip.
To Europe, that's more than a road trip. But yeah, we could go to
It's
Stuart
a
Tank.
Euro trip.
Yeah,
Horrible 90s movie. No, it's,
I know at one point I looked up, because there's a handful of places around the world that will do tank driving experiences.
yeah, you can go to Texas, dude. It's called Drive Tanks.
Oh, is there one in Texas?
Yeah, it's literally an Ox Race
Hang
called
on.
Drive Tanks.
What kind of
I don't
vehicles
fucking
do
care.
they-
It's tanks. I can shoot it.
Listen, I'm all about the history. I'd like to know what kind of vehicles they have on.
I'm looking it up right
Because
now.
there's one in Poland that you can drive either a Russian T-55
okay.
or a German Panther. Yes, that's what I thought too. As a fucking Panther, that'd be so sick.
So Liam's team for In Flames is Germany. We mostly run tank battles.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't started introducing the.
Sorry. Huh?
Anyway,
$2,500. We can drive
you
it.
could drive a Leopard, a Leopard 1.
And you get to shoot the PKM machine gun for 40 rounds.
Wow, that's cool.
$2,500 though.
What else do they have?
Oh, additional weapons.
A Scorpion Light. I said, oh my god,
That's only one round though, dude. That's only
that's still cool.
$2,500 though. You can drive
a Leopard M1A5
You can shoot the M4. We can shoot that. We can just get one of those here and shoot it at the house.
armored vehicle sampler. So there's that. Is there anything else?
The Vietnam package.
M41 Walker Bulldog.
The Vietnam package. $4,200. M41 Walker Bulldog.
You get to fire the 76mm main gun though.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And you get the German
German
Leopard
Leopard
ride.
ride. Yeah.
Additional weapons. US M9 flamethrower, one tank.
Look at that.
Yep.
You get a
The
Mod Deuce.
50, the Mod Deuce, which is fine. The M60 belt fed, I'll take that. And then the
An XM177. Yeah. Oh, what else do they have? I'm sure there's more packages
Holy
further down. A Sherman M4.
a Russian T-34.
M4A. You know what that
You
is?
get to shoot the Pac 40.
They have a jumbo.
Yeah.
you get to shoot the Pac 42.
Oh my god.
Look at all the.
I know.
Oh, you get to shoot a Thompson.
Yeah.
You get to shoot the M1.
Hang on here. I want to start at the top here. Sherman M4A. That's a jumbo.
Yeah.
And M4A3. Probably from drive the Cobra King and shoot one round from Easy Eva's Sherman 76 mil and
A Russian T-34.
a T-34. Oh, that's pretty cool.
German half track. Shoot the Pac 40.
Yep.
Okay.
Get it.
Well, Tanner.
MG42, MP40, Thompson, M98, M1 Garand.
Which is you only get to shoot 8 rounds, so you can hear it go tink on the
That's
behind
true.
you.
Yeah. And a Mosin. Oh, there's other packs. Oh, that's not bad. Drive the Cobra
You
and
can-
oh yeah.
Okay. Shane, we're gonna go to Texas.
And then
Oh, there's one right there for $5,000. Sorry, Shane.
And drive a Leopard M1A, M1A,
Blitz ride?
M1A4, the Blitz ride
One round.
from the Sherman.
From
Yeah,
the
from the
East-
76 mil Sherman.
The
Fire one
British
round.
Scorpion.
Yeah, the yeah.
Burned one fuel tank from our Vietnam era flamethrower.
Dude, that's pretty cool. 5 rounds from an M107.
I haven't
rounds
shot
from-
an M107. I shot an M82A1.
How was it?
Not good if you have shoulder problems.
Which means the 107 is probably going to be better.
That was
The 107 is an update of an 82
yeah.
to
I
82.
mag dumped the M82A1.
That's probably
That
why.
wasn't fun. That wasn't a good thing to do. The concussion blast alone can just.
I've heard the 107 is like not near
Yeah.
as bad as the 82 is.
But I
We need 10
I've been
grand.
playing
Okay.
the Americans, and I just got 105 Shermans to deal with his German tanks, because German
Yeah.
tanks have nothing but the best armor. Like most of the other Shermans just tank them. I have to get on the backside of the German
Wait,
tanks.
Speaking of video games, you know what one of my favorite video games of all time is from the Nintendo GameCube?
What's that?
Medal of Honor
Rising
Finest
Sun?
Hour.
Finest Hour. Okay.
So that's when you actually have 8 missions where you're in the tanks.
Robotech Battlecry.
Shut up.
That was a great game.
Medal
I'm
of
gonna
Honor
shave your head.
Frontline.
Yeah.
Or Rising Sun.
You
No,
play,
Frontline.
You didn't play Robotech Battlecry?
No.
You would love Robotech Battlecry.
Probably.
It's oh my god, it was so good.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, that one. It was Medal of Honor Frontline.
Medal of Honor Frontline.
'Cause I think that's
Yep.
when you went into D-Day.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Rising Sun.
Yeah, I played Rising Sun before. And then Frontline. I think that was the very first Medal of Honor game I ever played.
Yeah, because no draft tanks. All right, you guys have anything else to add? Shane, we had to-
Robotech Battlecry.
Oh, wow.
Oh fuck!
had
I
full
did, I did play
cities.
that.
Old
Fuck!
school.
I did play that. Forgot
Well-
the name of it. Shane, anything else you want to add for the good of the people?
Yeah, it's old school.
I may have played that.
When I saw that screenshot, I'm like, fuck! I played that game.
Like, I may have played that. Like, maybe an hour or two's worth of gameplay. But maybe I
dude,
maybe
do you know how many
touched it.
hours I lost in that?
anything else for the good of the people?
I need Gundam Warriors back.
I don't have
if,
that.
If
Why are you looking at me like I
if
have
Tecmo is listening, can you please?
They're making a new Gundam game,
Don't.
I think.
Yeah.
Hey,
What?
we done?
Yes, ma'am.
But what was that?
I
By
said
order
what
of
I
the
s-
Peaky Blinders.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
episode is done. We will see you guys
He says we're recording too long.
next week.
He doesn't want to do the editing.
When are we recording again?
Probably next week.
All right, next week. Next week
Maybe, we'll see.
we'll have it.
He's got robots to take care of.
Wait, when? Sunday or Saturday?
Probably Sunday. I work Saturday.
Then probably I might be able to do it.
What we should do is I might be able to get the other two here. We can do our D&D builds.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
We can start-
you want to get Paige and...
Yeah, we'll get the dynamic duo, not named Quinn and Shane. There's a lot of dynamic duos that are on this been on this podcast recently. Can we do an episode just about that dynamic duos?
We're just gonna do an episode about Batman and Robin.
I was gonna say Jordan and Pippin too.
No.
Shaq and Kobe.
If we're talking about dynamic duos,
Jack and Coke.
and we're talking about video games, Ratchet and Clank,
Yeah,
Jack and Daxter.
he's got it.
Han and Chewie too.
That's true. I
Banjo Kazooie.
never played Banjo-Kazooie.
That's because you're a child.
I played...
Wait, would you consider this a dynamic duo? Crash Bandicoot and the Mask?
I was just saying, I played Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot.
The Tiki Mask?
That's
The
totally
Tiki
different
Mask,
though.
yeah.
Well,
'Cause,
what
like-
the fuck was that chant he always... What was the chant?
Ooga ball.
Yeah.
But with Banjo Kazooie was in your backpack, and like you had to walk, you had to flip Banjo up on top of Kazooie to walk up certain mountains.
Yeah.
And Kazooie could fly. That was a really like big
Also-
dynamic duo.
Link and the Fairy.
I was gonna say Nathan Drake and Sullivan.
Not as long as it's not Tingle, I'm cool.
All right, so that's another future episode you guys all have to forward to.
No.